The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position. Where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Flex round. Flex round.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end's red route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. On the completion, this is Carey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, tried to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
After another really nice run, this is where defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them? Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got some space. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
No, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Let's go. 20.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle to Beckham. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards. Makes it 3rd and 7 now. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, it takes a little too long to develop. You got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart to start adding to it, and here we are today.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a carry here for Orleans to the play. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They're going to look to throw. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They go play action with Ryan. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made by the quarterback, Chris Campbell.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Ryan on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. So out come the Bucs now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw is Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The left side completion to Jones. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he stays up. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Able to power through. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sign of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And Jones has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he steps away. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
One man in the backfield. That's Jones. He'll get it up the middle. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to, and got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38. Ohio. Ohio. Hut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Hut.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's Ryan to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They're going to look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Over the middle to Beckham. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And some room to work. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Coming left, it's Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, let's go. Gun.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now running right through it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Flex round.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tech McKinley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught at the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
21.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball...